What is up, Hipster Nation? What's going on, everybody? Just a reminder, we did start memberships on this channel, so if you want to hit that join button, build this community up. We also have super chats and super thanks. So when you're watching the video, make sure you go hit that super thanks if you want to, just see the channel grow. I will be showing what this channel it will be growing into. We want to build the community up. We want to get this channel out to as many people as we can. So just a reminder, make sure you stay in your lane or crash the damn thing. Here we go. What is going on? Yes, I'm back. This is your boy Ray. We are doing big things here. Let me tell you, excuse me for my voice. I have had, a little sickness going through the family. But yes, today the ladies of the View. I was going to do this yesterday, but I decided to wait because I was not feeling so hot. So, and this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. So we're going to get right into it. Listen to these ladies. This is after Donald Trump's speech to Congress the other night. So let's listen. They are completely melting down, of course. They always do.
Congress. Republicans cheered on last night's speech while Democrats found different ways to voice their dissent. Take a look.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
Boo in here. Look at this Al Green. They kick him out.
The chair now directs the sergeant at arms to restore order.
Get him out of there.
Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
We inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control.
Talking about Trump knows what he's doing, man. He plays his cards close to the chest. I'm telling you, he exposed these people last night. He showed the American people and the Democrat people out there why the liberals and the Democrats that voted for Trump, why they voted for Trump. Because these people don't care about anybody or anything.
As the tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. There'll be a little disturbance.
See, now the View only wants to show you the parts where he's trying to say, hey, it may be an adjustment. Things may get a little high or here and there. It may be a little disturbance. But that's what the View does. They push this fear mongering. They push this shit out there. I mean, this is how they show you. And we'll show you the other, video that they love.
But we're okay with that. It won't be much. And we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. It turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Exactly. See, they didn't show you what he said before that. You know what I mean? They're not going to show you the things that he said before that because his speech. They just want to show you, they're trying to show that he's bad-mouthing,
Oh, God.
See?
Okay. That's a lot to unpack. So if you watched, what were your takeaways?
Just that last part about they inherited the worst economy. When Biden was in, we had the envy of the world. We had the world.
Well, you can tell she believes what Biden's administration told and KGPT told them. We had the best economy. Are you serious, Joy? We had the best economy in the world?
The world admired our economy. What is the lying? That was the biggest lie, I think.
$8 for gas, $9 in California. It got up to like $6, $7 here in Tennessee. Nah, I don't think we were admired. Which if anybody does admire us, we should be. We're the leaders of the free world. Come on. They admire us because we have freedom. We're free to live in, capitalism and make as much money as we want.
That he told. The whole thing was filled with lies. I watched the whole thing. It was lie, like a bad stand-up comic. He was doing a bad set, and lie after lie. But the worst one was that because he inherited the lowest unemployment since Nixon.
Whoa.
He inherited a roaring stock market, which we saw took a tumble the other day, an inflation rate that Biden brought down from over 9% to 2%.
that Biden caused it to go up to 9%, over 9%, the highest ever recorded in the world. You know what I mean? When Trump handed the presidency over to Biden, gas was $1.82. Remember that, guys? Everybody seems to forget. Inflation was only like 2% or under, or a little bit over 2%, I believe. And then Biden took it within just the first year, took it up completely. Because why? They printed money. They printed money like it was just monopoly money and just gave it to all these people and countries and everything.
0.7%. And we were the economy.
He caused the inflation. He should have brought it down. That was his job. Ladies, do you not understand that? That's his job, to make this economy better. That was Biden's job, not to raise it up, but he was supposed to bring it down, you baboons.
Envy of the world. Now we're just the enemy of the world.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
everybody's mad
So,
at us.
I mean,
Canada's mad at us, and Panama's
Canada's
mad.
mad at
Well, they're mad because Trump's actually doing what we should have been doing for years, making everybody pay their fair share, stop this border crap, stop all the drugs from coming in our border. So
him.
Well,
Canada's, because I
look at Sonny. You see Sonny? She's like, I'm ready to just. She's always so just blue.
believe the rest of the world understands that Americans are questioning a lot of what's
No,
going
we're
on.
not.
I
as
hope
well.
they know that.
Yeah,
We are not. Maybe your little 50 people in your audience, Whoopi, maybe they are questioning it because you're fear-mongering them to question it. I voted for this, and I'm getting more than I expected. So we're not out here questioning it. So stop trying to push that lie.
they know that this is not a done deal because they're seeing that federal real people workers are being fired, all kinds of folks.
The
And
ones
so
that are
they're
sitting at
seeing
home
that
getting
how
a
it's
big
affecting.
paycheck
So
doing
I
nothing,
will
they need to
say
be
that
fired.
from the folks that I've spoken to in the couple of little places where I speak to people, you know, they're saying, you know, what are y'all going to do? So
You mean the elite people that you speak to and run around with because you're rich? I mean, you're not out here talking to the average person like me. Come down, call me. I'll give you my phone number. Call me, and I'll let you know how it really is. You're talking to people that own $10 million condos and houses on the beach in Maui, and, you know, you people don't have a clue what the real world lives like.
well, we'll see, but I just wanted to do that. What
I
else?
believe that. I believe in Canadians.
Well, I believe in Canadians. I do too.
What a hag.
It was longer than Adrian Brody's Best Actor speech. This ran 100 minutes long, and I watched every minute.
This lady's so fake. She says she's a Republican. Her family says her family votes Republican. She says she's a conservative. She used to work for Trump, and then she went over there for a buku of money. I think she's kind of a sellout, not a, you know, because these ladies have done, if you watch over the years, they've bullied her into answering and going their way. That's what Democrats do. They say, oh, we want love, man. Everybody love each other. You know, we want everybody to be happy and love this person and that. We want all this stuff to be good. You got to agree with what we agree with. And you got, you know, that's their disguise. We just want love, man. We just want everybody to love each other. No, that's their disguise to get you to agree with their mind thinking and stuff. That's the paper sheet over, you know, your face that they put, you know what I mean? Like until they really expose what they really believe in.
Here's what I will say. Donald Trump's
It was
not.
a miniseries.
It was very long.
Keep interrupting her, Whoopi.
Donald Trump is not trying to bring in new voters because he doesn't need to. So this was a lot
he
of
don't. He's got
red
plenty.
meat for his supporters.
He's got
Though
plenty.
I thought I've got to give him credit, he knows how to make compelling TV. Knowing that most people like me weren't going to watch all 100 minutes, but they were going to watch things that would live on social media, there was a
She said it. They were only going to watch what we put out, the corrupt stuff on social media and the fear mongering.
powerful moment. He acknowledged Mark Fogel, this American who had been held hostage in Russia that he got home.
Yeah, why didn't you say that? No Democrat applaud. Nobody.
This young boy, 13 years old, battling cancer. He made an honorary member of the Secret Service.
Daniel.
That had
DJ Daniel. It
nothing
was
to
a
do with
sweet
Trump.
moment.
Isn't he defunding cancer?
Look at Joy. Look at her right there. Look at her. Oh, she just looks like she could breathe fire and Sonny, I mean, look at Sonny too. Sonny's sitting there like, I mean, she literally just, I mean, there is steam constantly looks like blowing out that woman's ears. I mean, seriously, like, look at that face. I mean, and Joy's just like, you ain't agreeing with me, you know? And then Whoopi's over there like, lady, you better, she's looking at her like, look at it. You can see it right there. She's looking at her like, shut up, you know what I mean? And then Sonny's sitting there like, this bitch next to me, I'm fixing to roast her because I'm ready to breathe fire. Because she's always Blackheart. I mean, just evil. Ugh. One of the most hateful panels I've ever seen.
The research.
Two mothers, two mothers who
what's
lost
the
their
point?
daughters, and then at the end he did acknowledge that we captured ICE as terrorists.
Even these
are
people
all
can't
things
even
that two
acknowledge a
Republicans
kid,
are
you
huge
know.
wins that they're excited about. But what stood out to me was the comment around tariffs, because the markets were in free fall yesterday, and he did acknowledge there's going to be a disturbance, and there was not a lot around the cost of living.
Why did he
So
do that, do you think?
I think he's saying, bear with me. I have done.
He's telling the American people something Biden didn't do. The truth. Hey, we're going to have a little rough time. Guys, I don't know how long, but I think we can handle it. That's why, Joey, he's saying, he's telling the truth. He's being transparent. Something you guys don't know anything about. Something Joe Biden's administration did not do at all.
And all these things that you
Bear
wanted.
with me or don't blame me.
He thinks that tariffs work. I don't agree with him. He is convinced that it's going to bring more American jobs here.
Melissa, what you were
See,
saying
they put
about
words in his mouth.
he
Bear with me or don't blame me. That's so full of crap, you know?
wasn't vying.
This lady right here is really fixing to get into my ear. This is some bull crap, and you guys really listen to what she's fixing to say. I mean, it's so funny and laughable.
For other voters, what's always bothered me about when Donald Trump speaks is he speaks for people who voted for him. And one thing of the old politicians of days gone by was they always reminded people, I'm a president for everyone, whether
Really?
you voted for me or not.
So the Democrats couldn't. We understand they don't like Trump, but they couldn't. They don't even respect that office because they would have clapped for those people. Maybe not for Trump. And for what he said and his accomplishments. He's been in there, 45 days? I mean, you know, and he's already done all this stuff in 45 days. They should be clapping for the office, not the president, but the office. If they had any common sense.
He did not mess around with insulting Democrats the entire time, like mocking them. He also brought up President Biden a lot more than I would have expected. Like, you won, move on. Like, let's go.
Oh my God, really? Like, you guys ain't got Trump derangement syndrome? So now she's saying Trump says Biden's name. It's been 45 days, lady. Yes, he won. She's saying, oh, you're bringing up Biden's name. Well, yeah, because he left such a disaster of an administration and a country that Trump has to fix. Of course he's going to bring up Biden. Why wouldn't you? I mean, you guys every day cannot do one show without saying Trump's name, without dogging Trump. I mean, these people really want to talk about Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, come on. These ladies freaking melt down every day over Trump doing anything.
But I did want to mention those moments, although produced in those speeches, I was moved by the featured stories of the families. I think that I know everyone does them. I know there's always a lot of hands behind, but anytime someone, a victim, the families gets recognized, my heart goes out to them.
Yeah, but do his policies match what he was
I'm just
saying?
speaking.
See, Joey, they're hateful. She don't care. She don't care about those families. She's just like, I mean, she's a Democrat. She's just like, she might as well have been sitting down there with them last night and not clapping because she don't care. She don't give a crap about those people or their lives.
To those moments, honestly.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah, his policies, yes, match because, yes, he may have yes, they're talking about Doge about where, they canceled cancer research. No, he didn't. They went through and cut the fat off and got rid of the lazy people that are sitting at home that's drawing checks and making money off the cancer research. And he wants the real scientists and the real people in the labs actually going to work doing their job. That's what he wants. So, yeah.
Important
But
point.
specifically on the mothers who lost children because of undocumented migrants, that is something that resonates so strongly with a lot of
Undocumented
Americans. And that you could
migrants.
not
They're
watch that
illegals.
moment, Laken Riley's family, and not feel for her. That was
So what I'm hearing is like they had to pull these ladies backstage, like they're arguing and like really disagreeing with each other. And I watched another video where the producers had to stop one of the shows, and because they actually are arguing over this stuff because they don't want these ladies to say this right here when she says you can't go without feeling bad for the mothers. They literally Whoopi and them and Joy and Sunny team up and beat up, pretty much bully this young lady right here. So the producers had to stop it, and eventually, and they were backstage, and that's what I'm hearing, and it comes from a pretty reliable source. So
The most insidious part of the entire night for me is the class war he is gauging right now. So he is bait and switching the working class constantly. And a lot of people who didn't vote for him have always seen that. But what bothers me is he's willing to say, he talked about the tariffs, he talked about a period of discomfort, but you know who he didn't tell it might be uncomfortable for? Elon Musk or the other 814 billionaires
it ain't
that
gonna
live in this country.
Okay, so Elon Musk is worth $400 billion. Do you think it's going to be uncomfortable to him? Do you think that your 1-point-something million a year, it's going to be uncomfortable for you, young lady? You can afford that. You take my check. Let me trade you checks for 1 month, a paycheck. 1 month salary for your 1 month salary. And then you tell me if you're uncomfortable, if you're going to be uncomfortable. And I guarantee you, I could, off your check, I could probably do pretty good and I wouldn't worry.
Country who don't pay their taxes. All I'm wanting,
They do
the
pay
only
taxes.
thing I want to hear.
Elon Musk and them, their companies pay more taxes out. And guess what? They hire more people. Who do you people hire? Do you have a company? Do you pay employees? Do you pay taxes out? And these your employees pay taxes? They pay more taxes to the government than we will ever pay. Trust me.
Here is compromise. Take what rate you have in mind and even put it in half. Just
Don't blame Trump. Blame Hillary Clinton. Like she said, she's been up there for 30 years and she still wouldn't pass when they did their debate back in 2016. When Hillary and Trump did their debate, he said, remember, we all remember that when he said, you'd be in jail if I win. You know what I mean? You'd be in jail. And he said, of course, she's not going to do the tax rate cuts because her friends use it. The people that donate to her, the people that back her, the millionaires, the billionaires that back Hillary Clinton, they don't pay their taxes. Trump said, why wouldn't I use the loophole? Why wouldn't I use the thing? You will not ban it. You will not push it through because your friends use it too. I mean, we all remember that, right? So these ladies get on here and all they want to do is blame Trump, blame Trump. Oh, push fearmonger. That's all they do. They want to blame Trump, this and that. But it ain't Trump's fault because he can get around taxes, or Elon Musk's business there's loopholes to get around taxes. Hillary Clinton would never pass it for 30 years that she was up there. She never would pass it. Why? Because her donors and her people, they enjoy the same tax cuts that they do. And these ladies right here, I don't care what they say. If you people really believe these ladies, they're sitting there with millions of dollars in their banks accounts. They're worth millions of dollars doing this show. And Whoopi's worth a lot more than just a couple of million. Sonny is too. And I'm telling you right now, they use those tax cuts just as much as anybody else that owns a business or that has millions of dollars. So they just want to blame Trump. They want great TV. They want the clicks, the likes, even though we know their ratings are down.
tell Elon Musk and everyone else that's here and ready to gut major federal agencies that probably have some
gut
fat. That's
yourself.
fine. Why won't it hurt them for just a minute? You know why they flock to this country? Because it benefits them financially. That's why they're all here.
We're the free country.
So all I wanted
It's
to
called
hear was
capitalism.
if the
We're allowed
working
to make
class
as much
who is
money as we
suffering the
can in
most
this country.
is going to get hit with more.
Lady, this isn't
why don't
a
we just let
democracy,
Elon
it's
Musk
a
do one
republic.
great thing for this nation and let him and his buddies pay just slightly
Oh my
closer to
God.
a fair amount of taxes?
They do
That's
pay.
all I want to hear.
Lady, they pay. Their companies pay. When they own 8 to 9 different companies.
I know how much
Here we go.
this president loves his ratings, so I did not
Game of Thrones right here. The fire-breathing dragon. She finally gets to speak. Steam's been blowing out of her ears until now.
turn the TV on. I turned the TV off.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but I can tell you everything
And,
that went on.
What I did was I watched the State of the People Summit,
Yeah.
which was counter-programming.
So she watched Jasmine Crockett like trying to rap in her, office and trying to become a rapper. That's the problem with people up there in Congress and stuff. They're activists. They want to be social media stars. They want to be rappers. They want to be on front pages of magazines, models. They don't want to work for the people that put them in office. They want to get up there and get their hands in every little pocket that they can to make their money before their little term's up.
At last count, when I tuned off at about 11:30
See.
p.m., there were about 200,000 viewers.
So?
It was
got
a
that on the
24-hour
short,
program, and it
lady.
included
That ain't
hours
nothing.
dedicated to the
200,000
actual
ain't
issues
nothing.
that our country is facing. Hakeem Jeffries showed up for that. Jasmine Crockett was there, other civil rights leaders. So unlike
See?
Trump's
Okay.
campaign speech,
Okay, now let's jump over here to. Okay, now they dog Trump. They got to eat Trump. Trump derangement syndrome. They got to do that. Let's see how they sound when they talking about the Democrats' rebuttal.
Before we get into the Democratic response, I just want to
The
say I
Democratic,
really
not
miss Congress.
Democratic.
Remember them?
Democratic.
Yeah. They used to make the decisions and make the laws, and now we have nothing but executive orders.
yeah.
It's so strange to me.
Can I say
Really, it's so strange, Whoopi, because Trump has to fix everything that Biden tore up by executive orders. That's why he has so many executive orders, because Biden came in and killed all 90-something executive orders on the border and everything, opened up everything, and the market went crazy. Inflation went sky high, food, gas, everything. We all know. Don't forget.
Can I speak to that? Or do you want to set this up?
See,
Well,
this-
All right.
yeah, because the Democratic Party response to
They can't stand it. They're going to interrupt each other because they're rude. These are some sow cows that's rude, and they ain't had their milk yet.
last night's joint address to Congress was
Oh,
delivered by
they loved
Michigan
it.
Senator
Michigan.
Alyssa Slotkin.
Yeah.
Take a look.
She's the one that tied herself
America
to
wants
Trump
change,
to win her
but there's
election.
a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country. President Trump loves to say peace through strength. That's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan.
So?
But let
You
me
ain't
tell
never
you,
used the line?
after the spectacle that just took place in the Oval
How do you steal something if somebody's dead like that? How do you? People can use that because the difference is, lady, Trump does actually have strength, and he does accomplish peace through strength. I see it. I see it every time he negotiates. I seen it as soon as he had Ukraine's president in office. Guess what? He knocked his little butt back down to the level he should have been at, and he kicked him out of the White House. And what did he do? Yeah, he went to UK, he got their money, and he started thinking and went back home. And then people said, "What are you doing? Are you crazy? You better humble yourself. You better put a suit on, and you better say sorry, and you better go over there and thank the American people, and you better beg that Trump steps in, the American people help us, because we need everybody we can to stop this war, because we're going against a nuclear country." So, sorry about that. So let's listen.
Office last week, Reagan must be rolling in his grave.
No, he ain't. He's
Don't tune
saying,
out.
I'm proud of you,
It's
Trump.
easy to be exhausted, but America needs
proud
you
of
now
you.
more than ever. Hold your elected officials, including me, accountable. Organize. Pick just one issue you're passionate about and engage. And doom scrolling doesn't count.
One issue. See, they love it. Any Democrat says something, they clap.
I thought she was very good and very
See? I
presidential
thought she
in
was
many
very
ways.
good.
And she wasn't being held hostage like the woman last year. But what I really wanted to talk about was something that you just said, that we don't have a separation of powers anymore.
No.
Right.
And there was a moment there that really stopped my heart.
These
And that
evil-
was
evil
when
nuts.
Trump shook hands with the members of the Supreme Court who were there. And those were Kavanaugh, Kagan, Barrett,
That's what
and
you do,
Justice
Joey.
Roberts. He said to Justice Roberts, thank you again, won't forget it. Now, what do you think he was referring to? Something
Yeah, I
like,
Well, probably, common sense, Joey. Probably said thank you,
But he helped him get in.
Thank you for being, a like-minded, common sense judge. How about that? Thank you for not being a crazy woke nut job that, that's about Fruit of the Loom diapers.
To the men's room?
well, no. the immunity that he basically passed on, correct? So that he would
does have a
not
lot of
be
immunity.
liable for the January 6th insurrection, if I recall.
He's the
He has a
president.
significant amount of immunity
Oh
from
my
this
God,
court,
here she
and
goes.
I think most people know now
Oh,
that the
really?
Supreme Court's
You don't, Sonny? How many times have you should have been already released off that show? They said you have been, and here's the thing. I will say one thing for Sonny. She did say, if you're not causing, if you don't speak the truth, if it ain't controversial and people get upset, you're not speaking the truth, because usually the truth hurts people's feelings and people can't handle it. So when you're speaking the truth, like me speaking the truth about these ladies, if they can't handle that, then it's the truth, because they know it's the truth. So when I'm looking at you out there and I see that you're a YouTuber or somebody else and you're speaking on something that you don't know about, or you're just not putting forth the effort and you're complaining, I'm going to speak the truth and tell you, hey, you want success? You want this or that? What's success to you? You have to put in the work.
approval rating is lower than it's ever been in the
But
history of
to
the
say
court.
thank you to the Chief Justice
It's
and for his personal victory
It's
shows
wholly
you there are
inappropriate.
no separations of powers anymore. The Congress is in the bag, Supreme Court is in the bag. I'm thinking that's what he was thinking anyway.
Can I ask?
This is their way of thinking. Can you imagine going home every day, being on this show as one of these people, going home, and that's all that's in your mind is Trump derangement syndrome? I mean, these ladies, with all their money and everything they got and their luxury cars, they're unhappy as hell. They just look miserable. I mean, that's a miserable life to go. I mean, yes, they got to put on a show. I get that. I get it. I'm putting on a show, and this is for entertainment only, guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, thumbs up, share the video, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when I do live streams or when I drop videos. And here's the thing. We just now got membership, so hit that join button, become a member. We'll be doing members live streams only, so check this out.
Add to that because, while I didn't watch it, I was looking for signs of an opposition party, which is what the Democratic Party must be at this point, not a resistance, because resistance is passive. Opposition.
The Democrat Party has crawled in their butts and completely cannot get, well, like one person said, they went down the rabbit hole and they're in their burrows and they cannot get out. They're stuck down there, and that's fine. They need to keep pushing this woke bull crap, because the American people stood up and said, we're tired of your stuff. We don't want it, and we voted Trump.
Is active, and I think that what I saw when Representative Al Green stood up and said, you don't have a mandate to take away
Yes,
Medicaid.
he does.
And
But
he
he's
was
not taking
tossed
away
out.
Medicaid.
I expected the rest of his Democratic caucus, the rest of his colleagues to walk out with him.
They should have.
Because
They
alone
never
you
stood
can
up and
survive,
clapped
but
or did
together
anything.
you thrive. That is the energy that we need. They should have stood with him in solidarity. And we had Karine Jean-Pierre here on this show yesterday, and she said, we have to have a sense of urgency as we move forward, and we cannot do it the way we have in the past. This is not normal. It is a 5-alarm fire. And what I want to say to the Democrats
None
is,
of you guys
can't
are
play by the
normal.
rules with a party that has thrown away the rule book. That's
Okay.
right. Cannot do it.
I thought that Alyssa Slotkin was
Well, she just couldn't wait to get that out. Did you see her shoulders? And she huffed and puffed and blew the house down. She was so excited to get that out. She couldn't stand it, boy. You know what? They do have a dumpster fire as a party, and it's their own fault. And no, we did not throw the rule book away. We have rules. We follow. We just do common sense shit, man. We follow common sense. You guys are the ones that are just throwing out the rules and saying men can go and be in girls' sports and locker rooms and all this stuff. And, you can hire DEI and the unqualified people can be the qualified and fly planes and, all this bogus woke stuff. So, no, we're not the ones that threw away the rule book. We actually have common sense in our book.
and I think she gave Democrats the winning message that they failed to have. But I thought the antics on the floor were not helpful. I don't think that waving a cane is the optics that the Democrats want in this moment.
Nobody can
I
hear
don't
him
think holding
anyways.
up signs, which are now just being mocked on the internet, it's like
No, they were playing pickleball. Looked like every one of them was late for pickleball. Like every one of them was going to play pickleball with those, or they was at a cattle auction. The only thing how you know they wasn't at a cattle auction is because these ladies here was not there.
You
Who
know
is
what?
advising these people?
Well,
Exactly.
Here's what.
Who did they hire to advise him to sit and say, hey, don't smile, don't clap, don't stand up for nothing or nobody? I mean, come on, really? There's nobody advising them. They're just that gone. You know what I mean? They're that gone.
What didn't happen.
They don't care about the American people. They're the elite. They're snobby. They care about themselves. They're snobs. That's like Greg Gutfeld and them said. They're snobs. They're millionaires. They care about themselves. That last night showed you they did not care about no American person. No American person.
Happen. You see, last time someone did that,
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
she was engaged by the president. See, all of this snowflake
No, snowflake. Now listen, that's not racist right there.
behavior.
Snowflake behavior.
the-
Snowflake behavior. Now, Whoopi, that's completely out of hand. You know, to sit that was a completely racist statement. Now, if I would have said that was a ghetto thing, now how do you think people would react if I would have called somebody out on national television and said that's ghetto? How do you think Sonny would have reacted, or another person? She called her a snowflake. She called Marjorie Taylor Greene a snowflake right there. Now that was completely, uncalled for. They're mad because Marjorie Taylor Greene had the nerve to say Lincoln Riley's name. Say Lincoln Riley's name. He should have said it. He should have had the family there. And then he says Biden was so out of it, mushhead. He was looking up saying, we are sorry, when she finally kept on hollering. Biden said something about it. The family wasn't up there. They were talking to Trump. They didn't go to that Biden's address. He was looking up there like he was talking to the family. Go back and watch it.
Republicans, you can't take it. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Oh, we can take it.
So
You ladies don't hear meltdown every morning. Obviously, you can't take Trump being in office. Why? Because he's richer than you. He's more popular on TV. He had a #1 hit show on TV, The Apprentice, for 17 years. I mean, come on, man.
I'm just saying.
She's just saying, well, they should have said something to Marjorie Taylor Greene and kicked her out. She's a snowflake. That's what she's saying. She's throwing out racist marks, and that's bullshit, Sonny. Or Whoopi, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said Sonny. I apologize, Sonny. You're the dragon that breathes fire. Anyways, these are some really, they got to be miserable, man. They look so miserable on that show. How does NBC just keep going? I mean, hey, it's great content for me, guys, but here's the thing. I don't get it, man. Their ratings are so low. People on YouTube have more ratings than they do. I mean, here's the thing. You would think they would change the people up, bring in some fresh people, stop with the fear mongering, the hatefulness, the racist comments, and they get away with it because she just called snowflake. I think we should all put that out there. We should all post her saying that, because she should not get away with it, because I wouldn't get away with it. If I got up there and said something racist mark about any other race, I would be called a white supremacist. I would be called a Hitler. We all know that's true. So, hey, this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. Make sure you like the channel. It is what it is. They are what they are. So, make sure you stay in your lane. Whatever you want to do. Check out the rest of the channel, and we're going to end it right here, and we'll see you later. Just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, all my followers, everybody that's been watching the shorts, the videos, the live streams. And remember, we do have memberships now, so hit that join button, or we have super chats or super thanks. So I just want to say thank you for stopping by, checking my channel out. If you'd like to see this community grow, hit that join button. So until next time, stay in your lane or crash the damn thing.